The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. On first down, Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now Wilson. He gets it to Cooks. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Gonzalez. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Throwing is Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Gonzalez. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Throw left side, complete. That's Gonzalez. Not much there, only a yard. Second and 9. Chubb will get the call running left. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. Chubb. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. Play action. It's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Fortunately for him, they both stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. Butker's kick here is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. And to give this time to the tailback. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, part of of their struggles in the first half was their inability to convert consistently on third down. But how about this well-designed play? Gave himself plenty of options and able to get the hook up and keep the drive going.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Tannehill. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll run on the draw. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Second and 5. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, McQueen. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 25 yards out. And Folk's kick is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-13. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Wilson, he finds his man, complete. That's Gonzalez. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Looking to throw. Wilson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Wilson. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Operating from the gun, Wilson. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 4th down. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Here's Tannehill. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's a completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Tannehill now to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. It's a big play there for the Patriots. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And Tannehill's got the first as he slides to a hole.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now Folk for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. Lockett the return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So out come the Falcons now. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now Wilson on first down. His throw incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got this down to the 35.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles, and really scatter some people, can't they?
To throw is Wilson. Throwing on first down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They face a second down, but they are in field goal range. They go with Chubb on second down. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 61 yards on the ground for him so far. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Handoff comes to Chubb, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run with Chubb. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Nick Chubb, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because, to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So the Patriots now down 27-20. And time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Tannehill. Flushed out right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Throwing, Tannehill. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here's Tannehill. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Tannehill to throw. And it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Tannehill. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play there for the Patriots.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space. Let them do what they do.
The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tannehill. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Tannehill now to throw. To the right and complete to Galladay. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they... And this ball is caught! It's a touchdown! And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has just got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the touchdown capped off by the PAT, and that means that we are likely heading to overtime. For a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. Lockett the return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. They run. Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Holding offense. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. McQueen. 73 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
They'll run on 1st down. McQueen, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. First throw in overtime for Tannehill. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. But Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
On is the punter long here as he sends this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Now what can Wilson do here in the OT? Over the middle, complete. It's Gonzalez. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. Backed up deep in their own territory. They were in search of a cushion, and the cushion was found.
And you have to think total game, even in overtime. As a head coach, field position still counts in this spot. So they had to get out from the shadow of their own goal line, get themselves some breathing room. Obviously, that helps them on offense, but it may help their defense, too. Might be necessary here in OT.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's complete to Cooks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands of Gonzalez here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Wilson. Cooks on the quick slant. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 42.
Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together. And I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely. That would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gonzalez. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 28. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call. But when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
On the carry, it's Chubb. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack. That time, Charles, great job keeping him in the pocket and not letting him escape.
And Brandon, I think this was a great example of the front and the back working together, meaning the back covering, no place to go with the football. And the front, terrific job on the edge so he couldn't escape outside. And then, of course, the inside pressure kept him hemmed in as well.
To throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Gonzalez. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here in OT. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. Well, clearly that was a design play. I just don't know that it was the right design. Your holder, to have him pick it up and kind of be the power guy trying to run through the middle, everything has to go right for that to work.
You mean you weren't relying on just great blocking to get him through? You kind of think maybe he can help make his own way if he's an actual running back instead of the holder? Yeah, I thought the same thing.
83 yards rushing for him now to this point. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Tannehill. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now a 2nd down and 6. And again, it's Chubb. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. time, he's able to split the uprights. And with that, they will move out in front by 3.